go to Inspire Dilama Gaming. What do you think about the trade rumors of the Lions getting Stephon Gilmore to replace Big Play Slay? Also to add the Lions collection of Pats players. I think that's more of what this rumor's about. I would be shocked if Stephon Gilmore went to the Lions.
I would be stunned. I think that was a little bit more speculation than anything else of like, oh, maybe it's Stephon Gilmore because Matt Patricia. Belichick loves him. I don't think the Patriots are going to fully punt quite yet. And Gilmore, even if they tank for a year and add Lawrence, Gilmore still fits their window.
Yeah.
So I think in reality, the Darius Slay replacement is Jeff Okudah. That's who it ends up being in the end.
No, I totally agree. I actually like this question a lot from Tyler because I think if the Lions are looking for a player, I think Logan Ryan, if they really want to go out and get a corner.
I think the issue there is that Justin Coleman is the nickel.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to play Logan Ryan on the outside. I think that's brought down Ryan's value. Yeah, the raw numbers are cool, but he was the most targeted cornerback in the NFL. I think he definitely signs. I just don't have a great feel for where.
I think you're looking at another example of like a player. I don't want to put him up in the same conversation as Clowney, but there's no doubt Logan Ryan is one of the top players on free agency, and he was when it started. I think he put his value a little bit too high. I think he had to kind of bit himself in the butt a little bit. And as soon as I saw players like Chris Harris only getting 2 years, $20 million, it really made me think, I really need to go back and rethink what a guy like Logan Ryan is ultimately going to get. So where do you guys think that he is going to play in 2020? Throw it in the comments section. We've had the latest news and rumors around Ryan on our channel. So if you haven't seen them yet, just another reason to go subscribe. So, Tom, I see some people throwing in the Raiders, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I don't think that one. Nate mentioned the Jags. I kind of think the Jags could be a good fit for him, just in terms of they have an opportunity to add talent there.
Let's go to the Spurs. Dylan Alex. Okay. Take on the Jets being a dark horse.
I think they would qualify as a dark horse because I think the consensus is that I'll put it in air quotes, the Bills are the favorites, then the Patriots, and then either the Jets or the Dolphins. So I think they'd be a dark horse, and I would be surprised because I don't trust Adam Gase.
I mean, you're looking at a team
they'll
that
win
was
like 7 games.
I mean, they did go 7-9 last year, which I think for a lot of people is impressive.
That's what Gase does.
But I think that's the issue. It's going to be a 7-9 football team. Let's go to my man Christopher. What up, Chris? Thoughts on Darius Slay for the Eagles? So he signed a 3-year, $50 million deal, about 2 months ago?
After being traded. Yeah.
Yep,
I mean, they had to do it, right?
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have anything that you trusted at corner.
Nothing.
I mean, it was a bad depth chart full of injured players who didn't make it the impact you want there, who maybe had underachieved as well. You had to get a number one guy. You didn't win the bidding war for Byron Jones. You get Darius Slay. I thought it was a necessary move for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Let's go to Jaden. What up, Jaden? Could the Falcons be the last year's Niners? So basically, I'm guessing the team that was the worst in their division, even though they weren't the worst in their division, and then they go and went 13-3.
I mean, I think offensively, sure, they had the talent, but the biggest reason why San Francisco impressed is that their quarterback was healthy for an entire season, and they added all this talent on defense, right?
Yeah.
Like they had Bosa, they had Ford, they got in everybody on this roster. They got Quan Alexander, Fred Warner took a big step forward, Richard Sherman helped out in a big way. The defense was substantially better. The Falcons have added Dante Fowler, Marlon Davidson, and A.J. Terrell. I don't think that moves the needle enough in the end, and I think they'll be better than last year, especially at the start of the year, but I wouldn't anticipate a return for an NFC Championship game for the Atlanta Falcons.
Let's go to Christian Navarro. Remember to use hashtag NFL or you guys can super chat. Will the Patriots make the playoffs without having Tom Brady? Type Y for yes, N for no. I'm typing N for no.
I don't think they will. I think they'll be around a 500 team, and then we'll see where they end up drafting.
They don't have a quarterback.
If Stidham's the guy, then yes, of course they will. But I am not convinced that he is the guy.
I mean, of course they will.
If Stidham is the guy, of course they'll make the playoffs.
Do you think the Patriots make the playoffs if Jarrett Stidham
is the guy long term? Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant
not if he starts, but like if he is the franchise guy.
Okay.
Then yeah, of course.
I thought you meant like if Jarrett Stidham starts this year, they're making the playoffs.
I don't think they make the playoffs.
I was gonna say everything that you've said over the last 2 months. Then I guess just automatically just changed. So I personally am gonna vote no. I think a lot of y'all are voting no, but Patriots fans, if you're in the comments, let us know where you're at. So here at Chat Sports, we have been practicing social distancing, and we want to continue this. So go to chatsports.com/. stay safe. So shout out to producer Dylan, who took some pictures before we went on today's show with all these masks. So shout out to Dylan. Chatsports.com/stay safe. You can wear your favorite team's mask, which I understand we don't want to do it. But again, here at Chat Sports, we even have to wear them. So I got mine, and I want you guys to have yours too. Make sure you're staying safe. And, if you're going to a game, you're probably going to have to end up wearing one.
Yeah. So, hey, just be smart. I really want football to come back. So please do us a favor and make sure you are staying safe out there so that the sports can come back and we got stuff in games to talk about. Please do that for me.
Chatsports.com/stay safe. They're under $25. All right, let's go to Juan Lopez. Then I see a super chat. Dak to Vegas, Carr to Dallas. That's a hard no.
I hate that deal. For the Cowboys, most importantly.
Yeah,
I don't want to downgrade at quarterback.
And I don't want to have to pay a quarterback $35 million when I'd rather pay Derek Carr $22. So, Juan, I'm going to say no to that, but we did get a super chat coming in here from King J. So, Tom, you read it. I'm going to spin.
Having a debate with some coworkers of mine, is Dak a top 10 quarterback? I know both of you disagree. Time to have some fun. Mahomes, Wilson, Watson, Rodgers, Breeze, Jackson, Big Ben, Ryan, healthy Wentz, Dak. So, first off, what'd you spin, Mitch? And then we'll break this down more in depth here.
I think he's, right on the cusp. All right, I got to wear the wig.
He's got to put the wig on. All right, so no one from the AFC East. Not Allen, not Fitzpatrick, Stidham, Darnold. I think you're right. Mahomes, Wilson. I'll throw Watson in there too. I think Jackson in there as well. So there's definitely 4 clear cut. If you want to throw Rodgers and Breeze in there for this year, I'm on board with that. Although frankly, I don't think Rodgers is quite the same player that he was in his prime. I don't think it's Baker. Big Ben and Wentz, they both fit the same category of, well, are they going to be healthy? I think for Big Ben, sure, so I'll throw him in there. Wentz is never healthy. So I'm taking Dak over Wentz at that point.
But see, I'm going to take Wentz over Dak because I think when he is healthy, he's better.
But health matters.
But Ben just missed all last season. He has got a torn UCL.
Okay. So then I'll give you Wentz and I'll take out Big Ben. How about that?
I think that's fair. I'm trying to think of other quarterbacks.
Okay. So Lamar, we're not putting Big Ben in there.
Yep.
We're putting Deshaun.
Okay.
No one else from the AFC South. We're putting in Mahomes, obviously.
Okay.
No one else from the AFC West. We're putting in Wentz because we didn't put Big Ben in there. We're putting in Rodgers. Are you putting Stafford or Cousins in there? Because I'm not.
No, I probably wouldn't.
Okay. We're putting in Drew Brees. Yep. So we're at 6 right now. We're putting in Wilson. We're at 7. We got 3 more guys to fill. Who are they?
I'm trying to load. My computer's
It's not Brady
loading
anymore. It's maybe Matt Ryan? Maybe?
I would probably
it's
still take Matt Ryan over Dak.
Okay, so then Dak's at 8.
Okay.
So he's top 10.
Okay. Hey, King J.
There we
you
go. We did it.
I might have to, if my computer would have loaded, I might have been able to come up with some better names.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Tom Sports. Who has the best record in the NFL?
I will go with a very unoriginal pick, and I will go with the Kansas City Chiefs.
And I will go with another very unoriginal pick and go with the Baltimore Ravens.
Bold predictions right here on the show today.
I mean, I'm going to go with the team that I think got a lot better also in the draft. I mean, if there's one decider, the Ravens last year were 14-2, and they had a good draft. I can't say the same about the Chiefs.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
Let's go to Nate. What up, Nate? Addressing the Jags quarterback situation, do the Jags sign Newton or is Minshew the guy? If not, do we tank for Trevor?
I think Newton is a better quarterback than Gardner Minshew.
I agree.
But you also have to take a more broad look at what the Jags are doing. Are they trying to push for a playoff spot, in all honesty?
I don't think so.
Probably not. Are they trying to figure out if Minshew can be their franchise guy?
Probably.
In which case, you don't sign Cam Newton. You see what Gardner Minshew can do, and if he's not the guy, then you end up tanking for Trevor in the process. So, in terms of who's better, I'm going to prefer Cam Newton if he's healthy. But beyond that, I think it makes more sense from a team longevity perspective to roll with Minshew for the time, even though I don't think he's the answer.
So if you love the most up-to-date NFL news, rumors, and more, and when I mean more, I mean random people wearing crazy wigs, then go ahead and subscribe to Chat Sports. We're a live and interactive YouTube channel. We have a good time here, and all we ask, we're 100% free. And to do more shows, we need subscribers, so please hit that big red button. All right, let's go to the next question from Tyler. Does Yannick still get traded? I still think he does.
but I don't know about that
I
one
feel like
anymore.
2 months ago I was like, oh, absolutely. Last month I said yes. Now I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like the Jags are really trying to smooth things over with them, but you have to get to a point where you've probably burned that bridge. But if you're another NFL team, you know that Yannick wants out. You're probably low-balling the Jags, but you also have a great player who's 25 years old. He's had 37.5 sacks his first 4 years. I mean, if you don't get a first-round pick for him, if I'm the Jags, I'm not giving him up. So I think that's the issue.
I mean, I think you might have to settle for a second at this point because you ain't getting a first right now. There's simply no way as Mitch takes off his wig here because apparently it's too hot.
It's itchy. It's more itchy than it is hot.
Okay, that's fine. So I think yes, but I think they're going to keep trying, which is just weird to me.
All right, let's go to the next one, which is a family of unicorns. Is it possible the Dolphins win the AFC East?
Possible, yes, of course. Likely, I'm still going to go with no. This is a very young team that overhauled literally half of its starters this year. This is not a one-year quick fix and they're done. This is going to have to be, I think, a best case, you're probably in year 2 of a 3-year rebuild right now. Best case.
I think, though, if you're a Dolphins team, if Tua plays the way that we think he can play, sure. But I think this is a team where it would not surprise me whatsoever if the draft picks hit this year, right? Like, let's say they have some good draft picks. I like what they did in free agency. It's ultimately going to come down to Tua, and if I don't think it happens this year. In 2021, though.
It's a lot of ifs that have to happen.
There's a lot of ifs, but I think
if
in
you give them multiple
2021
years, you feel better about it.
Absolutely. So it's a good question. Let's go to Hathan Garla, who might have put this question in the comments. I'm going to say close to 100 times. Should the Seahawks trade for a right tackle? Brandon Shell is not very good. He's better than Jermaine Ifedi, but I'm not confident in our right tackle, which seems probably pretty good when it comes to the Seahawks.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. That's a very correct observation. I don't have much faith in the right side of that offensive line either. Cedric Ogbuehi is even worse than Jermaine Ifedi, so, I mean, that's where you're at with your other option at right tackle. How about signing Jason Peters and kicking him over to the right side?
Man, at 38 years old, it's pretty.
I know he's old at this point, but like I think he'd feel better. Frankly, I think I agree. Shell's better than Ifedi, but he's not very good. They're in a tricky spot. I wish they would have invested more at the right tackle spot, really beyond Ifedi in recent years, to be honest, because I didn't like that pick either.
I think the Seahawks should have done a lot of different things in their draft, but who knows? Maybe it'll work out for them. Let's go to Akil S.
Akil.
Akil?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Akil. Appreciate the question. Do you think either Cheeto, Woods, and or Lewis leaves next season for the Dallas Cowboys?
You can throw in HaHa Clinton Dix as well, too, because you got all 4 of those guys are free agents. Half of them I don't think will be back with the Cowboys next year at least. I don't see Cheeto, Woods, and Lewis staying. Multiple of those players are not going to be back with the Cowboys next year. And if I had to power rank them in terms of most likely to leave, Jordan Lewis, Xavier Woods, actually Jordan Lewis, Awuzie, Woods.
What I want is the Dallas Cowboys to go out and get Malik Hooker, and then all we get to see is HaHa Clinton Dix, Hooker, right next to each other.